Week 2 out here, we are scouting a different area. It's another conservation area off the river again. It's hot out here. It's like 95 degrees right now. I'm sweaty, but I got on Onyx, found us a nice spot. There's some private fields that the conservation land butts up next to. So we figured now that we're here, you can see kind of we're right on the fence line right here. These beans are looking really great, and I can already see the tops of those beans are getting eaten off like no tomorrow. You can see the neighbors already hunting here. I see they got a gun stand blind over there. I hope nobody bull hunts out of that thing. Kind of backdooring it, obviously that was the plan. We're not going to be sitting right on here. We're going to be getting probably 80 to 100 yards off this field. We're just going to find some runways, see where they're coming out of, hopefully just kind of cut them off. And that's, the way we've been hunting is kind of finding point A, point B, figure out, where's the cutoff point, pinch point, whether that's around a tree, a pond, whatever it is, we're going to cut them off. So we're scouting, it's hot. Gotta love Missouri. Get a sign here. It's open, you can shoot. A couple trees here you can get a stand in, you can actually sit. Just getting here quietly and fishing here is going to be the question. So I found the area. It's about 80 yards, like I said, off the property line. The way this works, their property in the field is down the hill. Where we came from is up a hill, and it's not super steep like the bluffs in Minnesota, but it does probably go 100 feet in elevation from where we walked in to the bottom. So we're somewhere along the middle. The issue here is it's a lot of raspberry brush, and it's just thick on the bottom with thorns. Not a whole lot of what it looks like to be natural runways, which is really what you'd want to be on, just kind of check and see where's the meeting point. They're coming through here, but what I do like about here is if you look up in some of the trees here, we do have, it's fairly open, and there's some nice trees that we could, definitely double sit. But the other thing is if you sit in the middle here, we can shoot, 35, 40 yards that way, 35, 40 yards that way, and all the way around basically. So there's runways down at the bottom, runways down over there, runways over here. So not necessarily passing underneath the stand, and that's not always what you want. You want to make sure you're concealed. You got to play the wind, and for this setup to be able to shoot, in 3-4 different directions, I think it's going to be pretty sick. So we're definitely going to put a camera here and see if we can get anything out there. I'm hoping for some big bucks. I really am. Oh, it's the blood, sweat, and tears that come into this stuff. Week 2 out here, and we are going to find some new spots. Now, we're hunting mostly public land down here. Everything we're walking is brand new to us, but we used Onyx. Basically, the way they do public land down here is they have a mixture of awesome woods, set aside CRP grass, and lots of fields. So there's a lot of vegetation for these deer. They can, go from beans to corn to, lots of water supplies too. So we're just pulling up into the parking lot here, and we scouted some spots kind of in between some fields and right on the edges of some woods. So when we hunt in Minnesota, we find out that when we're hunting these bluffs, we have some funnels and some flats on top, and at the crest of these hills where they like to bed and they kind of like to move through there. So we found some spots on Onyx that look good. So now we just got to go out and actually see how they look in real life. So we're gonna go for a walk, and we'll kind of pick up and show you guys some things that we're gonna look at and why we're putting stuff where we put it. So stay tuned. Looking decent yet?
Yeah. I love how it just drops off, man. Gun hunting, if they allow it.
Pretty sure they don't. But... Turn. There we go. These things are all over. Make sure you guys watch for this stuff. They are bad down here.
Yeah.
We just had a buddy back home get Lyme's disease. These things are not nice.
Especially them little ones. They get everywhere on you, and they show up days later. Even when you think you got them all after a shower, they still show up.
For sure, some type of animal has been here. You can see all the corn is knocked down. That's not from the wind. Now back home, I'd say that's probably a bear. Pretty sure the guys were convincing me there's not a whole lot of bears down here in central Missouri, so.
Which I find hard to believe, but yeah.
Big bucks.
Let's hope for it.
A little runway that goes down to a water hole.
Yeah, it's looking good down here.
Food, water, let's get after it.
Well, the pond here, we got a massive cow path is what we call them when it's just a big runway. They're all coming right down to the water here. It looks like we got something of an old scrape here. Man, they're coming through here big time. So this is
95 degrees. Shoot, dude, I'd come down here to drink too.
Dude, look at that big sucker. Good thing I'm all wet and sweaty, otherwise that would have been all in my face.
Pick up on the little things, guys. I mean, this is deer all day long. You got scat. They are chowing. Honestly, they ran this down so much. If we found a spot in like a tree like that, up there,
we're gonna be set.
You could shoot into this. You got a water hole.
They're all.
We could trim something out just a little bit. This is a good spot. It's fun to place that we can set up shop.
Yes, sir. This is good. This is really good. All the sweat dripping off.
You should see me.
I'm starting to soak all the way through.
So I know in the last video, episode 1 of 2020, The Grind, we talked about coming down here. There's a lot of different trees and vegetation that are out to get you. Besides the sun and the heat and the sweat, literally anything. I don't know if you can see this. That thing is a doctor-sized needle, and it is a sharp thorn. Like this. Kyler was unlucky leading the way, and he took one right in the kneecap, so we're gonna have to go figure that out. But this stuff is straight from hell. Satan himself.
Yeah.
Just watch out. Oh my gosh. We had some issues. No, I did not pee my pants. That's just how sweaty I am. I had 2 cameras we were gonna put out. One cell cam, one wild game. The wild game, after it shuts off and it's supposed to take pictures, it literally doesn't turn back on. So we're having issues with that. So we're only gonna do 1 camera here now because I'm not making a 1.5 mile trip walk around for a camera that's not gonna work. This stuff we're gonna do for deer is just ridiculous.
Yeah.